Let's look at this
Let's
fucking
go.
mogul mail. I'm probably going to disagree with this beautiful man. Okay? But what you can't disagree with is that the top of the hour ad break will impact you unless you're subscribed for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub. Thank you, Dynamic Chap 13 for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Cracky McWestside for the 5 gifted subs as well, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. These gifters, they're helping me defeat the class's allegations. Here it is. Check out this fan art of Ludwig and friends, which includes you. Yeah, this was beautiful. I saw this earlier. I saw this earlier today. It was beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. Loved it. Nothing better than a nice serene trip with friends, surely. It's such a wonderful art style too. YouTube's going after Mark. Yeah, YouTube cut it. Sure glad Lixie and Marcus, Rachel, Nervely, and I busted our ass to get the segment ready for the big game on event. Just for it to be cut without warning. Fuck that. I'll put it on my channel tomorrow. What? Cut what? Like a part of their... What did they cut? Did YouTube cut the rest of my segment? Those are his editors. Okay, but like what? My Twitch Prime won't let me sub. Can everyone help me fix this issue? The only way you can see Hassan and Ludwig in the same pic is fan art. Yeah, that's true. His most recent video might be the reason. Try not to get age restricted challenge. What the fuck? Team Kills 1. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, by the way. Thank you. What the fuck is this? Markiplier, more like Darkiplier? Okay. He made a video on a sexual game to prove YouTube was favorited. It's because Mark tried to see if he can get one of his vids will get age restricted, and this is YouTube's response. I mean, yeah, if he's going to goad YouTube into a challenge, then YouTube is, of course, going to do that. They can't show favoritism. A multiplier is simply... Okay, I hate this new type of joke. YouTube cutting your segment actually triggers people's PTSD from dealing with self-harm. Oh, stop! Okay, enough with the bad takes. I said don't derail, okay?
Boys, welcome back to Mogul Mail. We got a one take this one, but I think we can do it because it's very similar to the last video I made. The last one was about YouTube perhaps being racist or expressing some favoritism based off a video that Corey Kenshin made. This one, similar but flip side of the coin. It's from Gideon, and it's about Twitch perhaps being sexist or showing some favoritism. Now, what is the scoop for this? We got to go back to what kind of started me making all these drama YouTube, Twitch heavy base mogul mails a while back, the Gideon Pokimane thing. If you remember from that, it was Gideon. He got banned on Twitch after sending a hate raid to Pokey. He basically saw that Pokey was live while he was live on Twitch, said, yo, go spam L plus ratio in your chat in Mesa per day, and people did, and then got a little bit more aggressive because if you give a little bit of leash, your viewers will take twice, 3 times as many. So a lot of people are, calling her a bitch, whatever, a lot of mean shit, enough to make her end stream. And then shortly after that, Gideon got banned. Pretty straightforward ban, all right? You do a hate raid, you're going to get banned. What was the problem was the aftermath of that. So the aftermath, Gideon went on a huge rant on Twitter, changed his profile picture to Pokimane without the makeup. It's tweeted like hashtag free Gideon, and Twitter was very, very mean to Pokey after that because it was like, oh, this is all Pokey's fault. Pokey did all of this, and it didn't get resolved for a couple of weeks. Until Gideon eventually met Pokey in person, and they made a video together making up, which is one of his most viewed videos on his channel. Has almost 10 million views. Pushing P with Pokimane. They are now on good terms. They are friends. I talked to Gideon through that. I made a bunch of videos about it, and it was all done. Except for one thing. He never got unbanned. They never unbanned him for his hate raid. They never unbanned him for the actions he took afterwards. It was an indefinite ban that quickly became a permaban. And there.
What? Sean and Hassan walk into a bar. 5 minutes later, Ludwig comes running in. So, is Hassan dick riding Ludwig? I mean, I'm probably going to disagree with him because I think he is a scorned ex-girlfriend, even though he's not really scorned. He got the bag, you know? If he agrees with, like, I mean, depending on what level of agreement he has with Gideon's video, because there are parts of Gideon's video that I watched yesterday and reacted to where, you know, I said that there is some truth. I do think that Gideon should have been unbanned after, especially like after he made up with Pokimane. I also do believe that platforms don't know how to deal with black content creators and even their haters, which are, you know, sometimes extra fucking insane. I did talk about that, and it's not just Twitch, it's YouTube and Twitch, certainly. Okay. Do I think that I also said, and this is a conversation I had with Ludwig on my podcast as well, for the record. About how I think black pranksters and black content creators in general have extra scrutiny from being black. They are perceived in a different way than white content creators are perceived. Okay. Anyway, let's see.
There was a few outcries that he would, you know, occasionally be like, hey, what's going on? Please unban me here. And radio silence from Twitch until yesterday. And Gideon went on.
No fucking way he doesn't mention the EU, TwitchCon EU, though. Come on. No fucking way he doesn't mention
Twitter,
that.
And he started tweeting out a bunch of things because of a clip of a girl who had sex on stream. Okay, this is getting a little confusing. So let's back it up again. So that's context piece 1. Context piece 2. There was a girl. I don't know if I can even show this. I feel like I can't show this. Oh, okay. All right, there it is. Oh, okay. There was a girl who was on stream, and it looked like this, right? It looked like it was her, and it was her. She was like this, right? And it looked like, you know, she could just be talking like, hey guys. But if you spend a couple of seconds on a website that starts with P and ends with B, you might realize that she wasn't bouncing because she was grooving along to a song, but because someone was having sex with her from behind while she was streaming. That's a real thing that happened on Twitch.tv. Now, that's not a unique thing. This happens a surprising amount on Twitch. There are a lot of women who even multi-stream from Chatterbait.
I've literally seen, like, porns like this that I certainly didn't search.
To Twitch, and it'll be like, you know, waist up, all business, fun. Hey, I'm just streaming here. Waist down, go to my Chatterbait. Uh-oh, I'm a little naughty. And it's like, it baits people into spending money for porn where otherwise they would not have to pay. It's basically the thing. And so that's a thing. And so this is not a new thing. But this person was having sex on Twitch, and she got banned. She got banned. And as Gideon quite emphatically pointed out, she got banned for 7 days. Just 7 days. Now, I've never been banned for my time on Twitch, but 7 days? Pretty.
Exactly, motherfucker. You don't know. Ban chatters and ban streamers, rise up.
Pretty short for having sex
Golden
on stream,
boy.
which is very clearly against terms of service. There are people like Amaranth and Indie Fox back in the day who would skirt the terms of service of what was and was not allowed. You know, they were clearly always riding a line for like how promiscuous they could get so they could attract as many viewers as possible while not getting deplatformed by Twitch. This isn't that. This is just, this is sex on stream. You can watch the clip if you want. It is blatant. You can see it through the reflection of the window. All right, it's not even subtle. So 7 days, a little bit under, and it reignited Gideon in his flame for why he got banned, and it also got a lot of traction. I mean, you can see 231,000 views. He went on a whole entire rant on Twitter. Hashtag Twitch is sexist. And then today, made a video called Twitch Sexist and Favoritism, and he posted it on his main channel, right? His main channel is generally known for like prank videos, things like that. He posted this on the main channel. It has 5.77 million subscribers. It is number 2 trending for gaming. It was number 1 trending earlier. It's getting a lot of heat behind it. So much that hashtag Twitch Respond is trending on Twitter with 41,000 tweets. I mean, you can see him Twitch in 2022. And it's like, okay. That's a joke because Narcissa tweeted that she was going to shoot the Twitch headquarters.
Show the fucking image above it, coward.
Got banned for a month for that and is now back. And this person had sex on stream, got banned for a week for that. This person got banned for showing their full vagina, I believe. Got banned for 3 days to a week. And then it's Jadion, who cannot pass because what?
Bro, I swear to God, I can't tell if he's like farming for content, but like there were some ridiculous takes in that video. There's no fucking shot he's going to agree that like, which is literally sexist against men, I hope. Maybe this is a hot take, but nudity on stream is less bad than hate rating, in my opinion. Yeah, of course, dude. Of course. That's the point. That's Twitch's point. I made this point yesterday. Yeah, there is no way Ludwig says, like, showing straight vag is significantly worse. Because, like, that's what this argument reduces to. For a lot of dudes, it's the same exact argument we've seen over and over again on this platform with the hot tub meta, with all these different metas, which is that, Twitch is sexist. Women get special priority, all the shit.
Did a hate raid that has now been resolved. But I want to be honest about something, okay? Because I do absolutely agree that Twitch is incredibly inconsistent with bans. All right, you can find threads on Reddit from 2015 that talk about this as a concern. They're notoriously bad at it. All right, they're notoriously bad because they are such a big bloated company, but few individuals hold so much power that I think if some person hates you at Twitch, they can keep you banned. All right, if they're high enough exec. Some person likes you at Twitch, they can make sure you don't get banned. If they're big enough at Twitch, it's how it works. And they're
what? The W community already think he's racist for what he said about them last year, specifically calling them the W community, so that bridge is kind of scorched for any future collabs. Only Bruce kind of likes him. Wait, really? I think Ludwig is too white. Like, I know him, obviously, very well. I love him. He's a very kind individual. He's not a race person at all, okay? But he literally looks like every racist person. Straight up. Like, it's just what it is. So I do understand why. I do understand why someone would immediately be like, wait a minute. He does. He has like, racist frat guy hair, dude. Gideon likes Ludwig. I can't speak for anyone else. And it can't be the furthest from the truth. Like, I mean, this man is not. He is not at all. Like, not at all. Not even remotely. Ludwig didn't show the tweet about Widion and Hasanabi. Yeah, I know. Because, he's just fucked up. He looks like the caricature of every jock douchebag from a high school movie. I know, but that also... He does have finance bro face. Yes. He does. Bro, I'm sorry, but if you saw Ludwig in a fucking skin-tight polo tee holding up a tiki torch, you wouldn't be like, wow, that's out of place. Okay? Like, he looks like he'd be leading the motherfuckers. Okay? Look-wise, that juxtaposition also probably plays a good role in him being able to convert people to having good opinions. One of the kindest, nicest individuals I've ever met. Okay? Straight up. Love him. All right, even though he doesn't hang out with me all that much when I asked to, but it's fine. But he's named Ludwig, bro. His name is fucking Ludwig. He looks like a finance bro that played lacrosse in college. Okay? That's where it's coming from. It's like you have to avoid certain things as a bald guy. Okay? If you're a bald white guy, easy. Bald black guy, very cool. Bald white guy, is he racist? You have to avoid certain things. Ludwig can't be near tiki torches. Okay? You can't do it. Bald white guy, you can't wear Doc Martens. Sorry. It's out of the question for you. You can't do that. Ask Slime. I'm sure he would say it. He would admit it probably. There are certain things that are just off limits. You can't do it. Can't reach for the high shelf if you're a bald white guy. Can't do it. Who knows? Someone might see you. Can't get Nordic tattoos if you're a bald white guy. Absolutely not. Can't do it. As a bald, I am excluded from Oakley's camo and combat boots. Yeah. Straight up. Are you saying bald white guys are more oppressed than bald black guys? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chatter. You got me.
Their policies are so vague and live streaming is so new and so unique that they barely follow their own rules half the time. But clearly someone at Twitch does not.
You disagree with stereotyping, but admit it's inside of everyone, whether they like it or not. Oh my God, here it is, bro. Here it is. This makes me want you to explain your take on stereotyping. Very interesting. I made a joke. You're trying to turn this into tribalism and how that justifies literal fucking Nazi behavior. What I was doing is what is called a joke, okay? What you're doing now is taking that joke, ruining the fun for everybody else, and like literally trying to fucking make the same argument that Nazis do all the fucking time about how like tribalism is an intrinsic characteristic, and that's why being racist isn't wrong. Just curious. Shut the fuck up.
Not like Gideon, okay? So, and it's unfair that he's been banned for so long when so many bigger offenses have been banned for much shorter. Here's one thing I want to make a point of, though. I think Gideon is arguing in bad faith. I think he's very disingenuous about his effort to get unbanned. When he originally got banned, it's not like he was like, yo, my bad, I clearly broke terms of service. He went on rants on Twitter for weeks. He made fun of Pokemon on Twitter for weeks after. I had to hop on a call with him at some point. All right, I was off a gummy. He called me at like midnight, and I was like, bro, you're being crazy. Like, clearly what you did was wrong, and you are too upset.
He said he was off a gummy. Yo, you can't. My man, I was off a gummy. That's awesome, dude. Yo, this vitamin gummy be hitting different, okay?
Obsessed with trying to be right in your endeavor without admitting what you have done bad, right? And I think he continued to do that. Like, for example, he made this video just a month ago. Twitch banned me, so I snuck into TwitchCon. This is him going to TwitchCon EU. He even participated in a charity raffle where he got to talk with a Twitch associate, and then he pretended that he was some random person and that he was like, oh, you should really unban Gideon to this random Twitch staffer because the raffle was to talk to a Twitch staffer.
Are you a creator as well?
No. God, no. I'm just a viewer, man. I'm just a viewer. I was wondering, do you watch like a lot of streamers?
I do. I mean, it's part of the job.
Yeah. Someone I think that could get a lot of people interested in your service. Me personally, he was one of my favorites before he got sniped off the platform, but I don't know if you heard about Gideon Premium.
Is that you?
In this call where he was pretending to be a random fan who was saying, please unban Gideon, he had his username as Gideon Premium.
Nah, man, I'm just a viewer, bro.
Well, that's your name in the lower left-hand corner.
Oh, nah. I'm just such a huge fan. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
But like,
And that conversation
I don't think
proceeds
that's
to go
real.
nowhere, but it feels like he is simultaneously trying to have his cake and eat it too, where he's saying, Twitch is being unfair, please unban me, which I totally get. But then also skirting around in trying to go to TwitchCon EU, cause a little bit of ruckus. In the video, he walks around and he just, you know, he's like, I got banned. He's just trying to get kicked out for views and for content, which worked, and it was entertaining, and it's like Gideon's content. I like Gideon. I do like the guy. But I feel like if you are genuinely trying to get unbanned, you try to do the most to prove that you have changed. But I think what he does is try to clown on Twitch, make full content of Twitch, never really apologize for anything, and then also take the righteous high ground point of Twitch is sexist, where
He's right. You won't make a vid like this if you like the
Really
guy?
just-
No. You can be honest. I said similar things about Gideon. I said pretty much an exact same replica of this fucking argument that Ludwig came out a day later, for the record. However, there was additional takes that I had where I dove in to a larger conversation about racism and moderation, all this other stuff. But I didn't also make it seem like up to the halfway point that, you know, Gideon was completely justified. And I also addressed the sexism stuff more. I don't know if I don't know why he hasn't yet.
just think that they probably don't appreciate how he has treated them, because I think it's a bit disingenuous. Having said all that, I always side with the person versus the mega corporation. I don't give a fuck about the mega corporation, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or whoever. I always will side with the human, because humans have much less power. They have much less resources. All right? So even if he's arguing in bad faith,
Bullshit.
I still think it's worth being on his side. Straight up. I don't think this is as analogous as Corey Kenshin in his ban from YouTube, because Corey is like one of the most brand safe creators on YouTube. Like really does absolutely nothing wrong except take breaks, and then for whatever reason gets in trouble. Gideon is a troublemaker. He just is. That's it, and that's his content. That's why people love him. It's because he's willing to be a troublemaker where everyone else is a little uptight, right? He's willing to get into a line for Tommy Innit, pretend to be a huge Tommy Innit fan, you know.
That's cap. Ludwig would 100% not be on the side, and this is not what Gideon did, but Ludwig would 100% not be on the side of someone who isn't just like a prankster, but like straight up racist. You know what I mean? If a straight up racist person gets banned, and then they fucking come out and against Twitch, like Ludwig's not going to turn around and be like, oh yeah, I'm still on the side of the small person against the mega corporation. There are justifiable bans and there are unjustifiable bans. Gideon's original ban, or at least the duration, the permanent basis of that ban was overboard for sure. I think that he could have absolutely gotten unbanned eventually. Okay. I don't think he took the necessary steps to get unbanned, as Ludwig also pointed out in this video. And I think that the TwitchCon EU move made it permanent that he's not going to get unbanned. Now, not only that, but also this video that he posted, the video that Gideon posted that I reacted to yesterday, which I'm surprised it hasn't been posted yet. The video that I reacted to yesterday from Gideon hyper-focuses for the most part on like Twitch being sexist against men, which is a laughable concept, and that men are fucked over by the Twitch terms of service because women are able to show titties, show pussy, and get unbanned. He even brought up a trans person, a trans woman that was that had like that insane that insane fucking take about like, you know, shooting up the Twitch headquarters or whatever. And there was a lot of missing context in the arguments that he had cultivated. But not only was there a lot of missing context, but also on top of that, it's just a bad argument overall. I don't think that Twitch has sexist policies that help out women. Just like I also don't think that Twitch itself is that was some borderline red pill shit. Yeah, he's just like just using that as the wave, I think, to make his video pop off even harder. You know, Twitch sometimes was banning guys for taking shirts off. Really? I mean, they're most likely. The thing is, Gideon isn't afraid of saying sorry correctly. That's why him and Pokemon are friends. So I don't know why he didn't get unbanned the right way. That's what I'm saying, because I think he wanted to just make more content off of the ban instead. Maybe he didn't realize that like Twitch would 100% be like, yeah, fuck that. No, it's over. Then what would you say about the arguments he made for Kai or Rage? Well, that's different. We're talking about racism. I do think that all big Silicon Valley tech platforms, even if they're not like overtly racist, obviously, even if they're well-intentioned liberals in most circumstances, usually have a hard time with moderating black content creators and the extra negative hate botting and hate rating that black or other marginalized content creators receive. And a greater example that Gideon could have used if he genuinely cared, if he was trying to make like a better argument, would have been the Stop the Hate Raid campaign that happened on Twitch. If you recall a while ago, where smaller black content creators and smaller marginalized LGBTQ content creators were getting hate rated and hate botted and targeted non-fucking stop by awful Nazis on the internet off of like Discord and Discord servers and whatnot. And they did not actually move quick enough to deal with it. They had a really hard time originally. So, you know, the worst argument that he could have used, he used, but it's also the best argument he could have used for a bunch of fucking Andrew Tate fanboys, okay? You know?
To like half clown on Tommy, half make content. But then he has to also own that that's what he's doing. It's not trying to be nice and trying to get along with everyone. It's never been his thing, even though he is pretty good at getting along with people. So anyway, it's trending all over Twitter, and it seems to not be slowing down at all. I think he even tweeted out yesterday. I can't find the tweet. I think he deleted it. That Twitch tried to remove the hashtag, which I fully believe they might have the power to do so. I could believe that. I will say on an ending anecdote, I remember one time on Twitch, I was watching media share videos, trying to make me laugh. Donate a video. If I laugh, I lose, whatever. And one of the videos came up, had like a bunch of cowboys slapping their ass bare nude, mimicking the sound of like a motorcycle engine revving up. Really funny video. I laughed instantly. But you can't show a naked butt. And so I was meant to get banned for 3 days. However, it was kind of like a homie move from a couple people at Twitch. They were like, hey, we went through, talked to some higher execs. You have a squeaky clean profile. I think I was a favorite back then. Okay, people would say I was the golden boy of Twitch or whatever.
Dog, he was always the favorite. What the fuck do you mean, Lud? This motherfucker running off with I was not considered the favorite boy of Twitch when he was. And he even was when he left. Okay, calm down.
And they didn't ban me. But I think I know full well a bunch of other creators who did the same thing probably would get banned. And I think a much bigger problem to talk about is how Twitch, it feels like, ignores this new side, this new whole circle of content creation that is taking over their platform. I'm talking about the WL community. People like Aiden Ross, Kai, I'm Dante. Like these really awesome creators who are bringing a whole new audience to the website, but aren't what you would think of as like traditional Twitch creators. So people like Asmongold, XQC, and Mizkif. And people who also...
Wow, no mention. I'm so washed, bro. Left out again. I'm never watching another Mogul Money again.
Aren't as brand safe. And it feels like Twitch fails to highlight that community, which is a primarily black community, and brought a whole new audience of viewers who are completely different from the old viewers of Twitch. And to me, that's also a huge issue that probably should be talked about a bit more. Why are they being ignored? I mean, they're literally some of the biggest creators on the website.
100%.
So anyway, something to mull over. I'm sure it'll be a hotter button issue in the next few months when those...
I mean, this take is pretty... Does anyone have the fucking... does anyone have... My react on this popped off, you said? Where was it? Someone found it on YouTube. Like, one of my clip channels posted it before my editors did, of course. What else is new? Hold on. My editors are in here right now, actually. Hasanabi Productions. Hassan responds to Gideon. Gideon called out Twitch. Hasanabi reacts. Okay, none of these popped off. These are only at 23K views and 41K views combined. Didn't you try to bring this up with Lud in your Fear and episode and he disagreed then? Was that on the free side or was that on... Or wait, we did the Ludwig episode before that, actually. So let's see. I think I did. I literally brought this up. I did. Fear End is almost at 100K, by the way, which is pretty cool. 100K.
Where it's like, hey, this...
Do we have a time code? No, we do not.
When you, and not to go off on a tangent, but when it comes to intimate things, just because somebody invites you over to go watch a movie and there may be a little romantic connection prior, doesn't...
Ball or something.
That's the thing. Like, I want to do that too. I want to fuck the lifeguard. I want to do
the Amazon
cannonballs.
warehouse.
That's what I mean. Is that Austin's show? He said, I heard my voice. God damn. Only time this motherfucker pops in here nowadays is when voice is heard on the chat or on the show, on the stream. 11009.
YouTuber or maybe just famous person gets very rich. They get power. And then it's like, I feel like getting a fucking hot, tight fit bod is...
It comes with the territory, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the amount of work and dedication that you have to put in to be able to actually like fight in the ring, even if it's like...
yeah, Jake Paul's a great fighter.
Yeah,
he's
even
probably,
if
like actually good now.
Yeah, I agree with that. Even if it is like I have friends who are who you know fight train. I have friends who are actually... Are you sure this is the right time code?
Let's talk about your depression real quick.
My depression?
Yeah.
I'm not depressed.
Tomorrow, yeah.
5823. I doubt it, but let's see. You're looking at you're looking at shirtless photos of dudes in your phone while I'm like, nope, that's not it either. Okay.
The time it's just like you're just spectating his stream.
He'll go off on a tangent and it's
23, not 43. 58, 23. What the fuck do you mean? Okay, everyone is just dropping random timestamps in the chat. It's a classic. Fucking classic. Timestamp in the comment, 39 minutes.
This problem.
No, I don't think so
I think
either.
the big problem
I
is
think Andrew Tate's like a bigger
100%.
problem. I think Andrew Tate is definitely a bigger
I didn't even like that song.
Look,
There's timestamps in the comments. Yeah, I wish we did have the timestamps right here. How was gay sex? Lud's a dirty boy. How brophobic is Hassan? Moment of silence. Hassan doesn't get it. Then Lud finishes the story. Austin is a Karen. Austin's cock. Lud opens up. Bone picking. Hassan is a good host. Hassan is old. Gideon streaming content. Oh, this is it probably. Another content creator that I actually want to talk about, even though this demographic of people talking about it is kind of not the best look aesthetically speaking, but Gideon. There's a Gideon Tommy Innit drama.
I saw that.
And I've been thinking a lot about this. And for those of you who don't know, Gideon was banned from Twitch for a harassment campaign that he did against Pokimane. He apologized for it. They made up for it. And you know, they became friends. And then
But
Gideon,
he's still banned.
But he's still banned from Twitch. So he went to TwitchCon EU. He snuck in with a partner badge from someone else. And he filmed something there. And he was being like, you know, he does a lot of pranks. He does like, you know, the Best Buy prank shit where he goes and like annoys people that are, you know, minimum wage workers at Best Buy.
Yeah, he went to TwitchCon EU because he's banned from Twitch, so it's like a fuck you to Twitch, and then maybe this is a good video. So he's just trying to disrupt a bit.
Have Bruce drop him off on the podcast? Bro, I would love that. I love Bruce. That'd be fucking fire. It's not on me, it's on him. Yeah, exactly. Which I don't have an issue with that sort of thing at all.
It's fine.
Like that's okay. The difference between the way I look without a beard versus with a beard is fucking insane, dude. Look at this. I look like a different person. I'm sorry, this is completely unrelated, but I look like a different person. What the fuck? Bruce fucks with you, he'd do it? Yeah, no, I know. I didn't lose weight since then, chatter. I'm literally wearing this t-shirt last night. That's what you're doing. The part of which was like controversial is that he went to the Tommy Innit meetup, and there's a lot of Minecraft stands there, obviously, and he was like, you know, yelling, and then they said that he was harassing them. Like the Minecraft stands?
There was a huge line for the meet and greet that was closed, and he clout cut through line because one of the guards was like, I know you. He's like, get me in the line. So they like brought him to the front, and then he was like just like overly excited, screaming for Tommy. He's like, Tommy's the best. I love Tommy. He's so hot. I fucking love Tommy. Like pretending to be a fangirl of Tommy as like a joke, but like ran that bit for like 45 minutes into the ground. And then he got beef with girls around him who were just Tommy Innit stands.
Yeah.
And then Tommy talked about it. He was like,
Tommy tried to reach out to him after, and he was unable to reach out to him directly. I did make a point about like black content creators. I did sleep like right for a while, entire time. So
that sucks because in the video, he reacted to Tommy saying I reached out, and then he's like, Tommy never reached out to me, which is not true, but he just, I guess, didn't know.
I don't.
Sure. But anyway,
I don't know. I don't know what, like, I watched the video yesterday, but the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because it's a unique situation. On the one hand, Gideon, as you can see from that video specifically, reaches out to a very different demographic than what we are reaching out to. And what I mean by that is definitely, black kids, people of color, much younger, but certainly like there are content creators out there that are now serving a otherwise underserved community.
I think this has a huge white base.
What?
I think he's a huge base of like people who are just white.
But it's like rap music. Everyone consumes it, but and there's more white people, so of course there's going to be like a big amount of.
I think you can just say he covers a much less nerdy side of the internet. Like it's much less gamer focused. The only game those people play is like Call of Duty.
Yeah, but no, I also think that like I was trying to say it's a higher percentage of black people than other Gideon's content serves a higher percentage of black people than other forms of content, like other content creators. That's it. That's what I'm trying
Our
to say.
audiences
Of course, a lot of white people watch it. More white than percentage-wise than him. Ludwig is right. Just accept it. You are so fucking stupid, dude. Statistically speaking, this is the exact same fucking take as like, well, white people are getting killed more often, or more white people are getting killed by cops than black people. Yeah, that's true, because there's just more white people. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Yes, the W community serves an audience percentage that is significantly higher, comprised of black people than anything else. Doesn't stop Janine from being a piece of shit and his content being awful. Fine. That's not what I'm even talking about.
Yeah, but they're very nerdy. They're like on the spectrum of D&D to Call of Duty. We're on the D&D side.
Yeah, they're the jocks.
100%.
The Call of Duty, Madden, 2K players are
Yeah.
the jocks of the game.
If we played a football game and it was our viewers against their viewers, I think we'd probably lose.
100%.
But if
Except,
it's a chess
actually,
match,
that's not true. I do have a lot of. I have Thomas Crabtree in my fan base. So
is he like a?
it's like saying this is not a trans-friendly community because only 14% of people in here are trans. Exactly. Thank you, Nina. That is exactly the point. It's like the percentage of trans content watchers is much smaller in other communities. 14% is an astronomical amount, right? That's a huge percentage for trans people. And the same would go for any community that has over like, here, I'll explain it to you in a way that you'll understand. A lot of places in the South, there are black people, okay, where the black population percentage reaches 25%. Those are usually known as black communities. Do you want to know why? Because that's double the fucking percentage of black people on average in the United States of America. Okay? Because black people make up 13% of the population. Do you get it? It's never 100%. I am currently just describing statistics now. I don't even know how we got here. Huh. I was trying to bring up, Hassan is talking about how black content creators are looked at more sussily. A white creator who has done the same as GDM would not be treated in the same way. There are white content creators that film dead bodies, sexually harass people, and bounce back. For black people, it's way more draconic than punishment. Yes, and that is both partially a consequence of moderation being different, but also, more importantly, than even the moderation itself, it's also the audience reaction. And the same goes for me too. Like, I'm white. I'm a cisgender, heterosexual white man, okay? So when I say some shit, people listen to it very differently than they would if a trans person was saying these things, if a black person was saying these things. Because a lot of people are just basically conditioned into looking at a white guy and listening to them, especially in the West, okay? Especially in America. The opposite of that is true for black content creators, where they have to go above and beyond. They have to clear a much higher standard. Do you understand? Also, my point as far as like redemption, or my point as far as like understanding and hoping that people become better people by learning, you know what I mean, by going through their experiences. The greatest example I can always use is someone like Miskiff. Okay, Miskiff was a shitter. He was a shithead. Okay, he did some sussy shit in his past, but Miskiff now is a much better person. Okay, still is, to be fair. No, he still does the prank shit. He still does kind of shitty stuff with respect to like pranking and things like that. But if you consider, like, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say. Miskiff, as a white prankster and like drama farmer, was allowed to fucking fail and continue on And he learned from those lessons and is no longer doing the same kind of things he's doing. A similar standard could also be applied to someone like Gideon, but that opportunity was never given to someone like Gideon by Twitch. Okay? That's my point. And you might even feel this way without recognizing it, okay? You might feel this way without recognizing that you feel this way. And that's how fucking, having a little bit of just an underlying crumb of white-centric attitudes works, okay? Stop shit-talking? What? He didn't escalate the situation at every point of his ban. Absolutely. Which is why I'm saying that he's responsible for his own demise here for Twitch. All right? I'm talking about before Gideon pulled the TwitchCon thing, okay? You understand? Before he did the TwitchCon shit. The point Hasanabi is making is perfectly clear. Chat just like the twist that once race is involved in an attempt to try and frame you in a negative light. Yeah, exactly. No matter what happens. Goddamn homie, chat just takes everything as uncharitably as possible and also argues the whole fucking time. It's amazing you ever teach anyone anything. It's fine. I get my point across to like 20,000 people. Even if 10,000 people are like literally taking the wrong point here, it doesn't matter. Is that 0% of the clout Jid had when he was doing this stuff? That's not true. Proportionally speaking, Twitch was a much smaller platform at the time, and Miskiv got banned, right? And he got unbanned. He did some things that didn't even meet the metric of like being ban worthy or whatever. And at no point did I say that Gideon did not deserve to be banned for the fucking harassment campaign. If a black content creator did what Jake Paul did with the Suicide Forest incident, no shot he goes on to work in the WWE. I think so. I agree. There are a lot of, or not Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Yeah, sorry. Logan Paul did that, not Jake. And this is another thing that I brought up literally yesterday. This fucking chat was talking about how Gideon is a bad rep for the black community. It's insane that Gideon can't be himself. Instead of an entire community, has to be a representation of entire community, a standard no white creator has to adhere to. Yes, that's the point. That's literally the point I make all the fucking time. I'm not saying Gideon's content is fucking excellent, okay? I'm not saying like, oh, I love every single video he makes, okay? I routinely talk about how his content largely revolves around like harassing fucking minimum wage employers, okay? Like, that's a big part of his content. That's the good stuff too. That's not the fucking stuff that's like, that's not even the stuff that got him banned, right? When I was talking about Gideon potentially getting unbanned, I was largely referencing the time frame between Gideon apologizing to Pokimane and making amends and the TwitchCon EU video. Okay? You understand? Jake didn't change. Logan did. Not the same person. There's truth to that, but Logan still does like rug pulls and stuff every now and then. But yeah.
It's like Michael Crabtree's brother or something.
He is I think he's a Heisman Trophy winner or something.
I'm also a pretty good football player too.
He has a Super Bowl. No, not a Heisman Trophy winner, but he has a Super Bowl ring.
No, I am. I'm pretty good.
Are you good? Were you good at any sports? Quick aside.
Yeah, I was.
Dude, I mean, he fucking sidestepped the conversation.
You, I'm talking to you.
I don't know anything about
destroy me in a
basketball.
1 week.
Anytime.
One thing versus bros, dudes.
Is reverse.
Did we not go back to the initial highs? Like, I think that pranksters like Gideon have existed since the beginning of time. It's existed in mainstream media. It's certainly existed on the YouTube space. Gideon, as far as like his impact and his content or the way he carries himself and what he does, is infinitely less problematic than a lot of white pranksters that popped off on YouTube and got clouded the fuck up and did horrifying shit both in their videos and also the way that they conducted themselves. But because, and this is the controversial part, because Gideon is black, same with iShowSpeed, I think that we do end up analyzing it from a different lens.
Maybe, but I also think Aiden Ross receives the same flack because he does a bunch of dumb shit. And
I don't think to the same degree as Gideon does, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's possible.
I think that is like people will get very mad at me because they'll bring up like examples of like white people being canceled or whatever the fuck, and that's true certainly. But if you look at the impact of someone like Gideon, like he's just being annoying. You know, that's his thing. Like,
Yeah.
he's being fucking annoying. I personally am not a fan of that kind of content. I don't think it's not for me.
Neither
I've
am
never
I.
enjoyed it. But plenty of people do. But that is less impact. Come on, don't put Speed in the same box as Gideon. That's not fair to Gideon. Than like, you know, sexual assault prank.
I used to enjoy it though.
or like
Yeah, of
going to
course.
the
You're
going
younger.
into the hood with my Trump car prank. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right,
all
right.
that shit. That's like way worse.
Yeah, that is. I don't think he's nearly in that category, and I think it shows because I think he has a lot more success than those people and longevity than those people because those
Yeah.
people are like a flash in the pan. But I think for this specific example, like I think Tommy reacted in a way because of how his fans felt about it.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't saying the way that Tommy reacted.
And then I think also Gideon was like super disingenuous about how he phrased it because he's almost been like, damn, they were trying to put a smear campaign against me. What if I was genuinely a Tommy fan? And it's like, well, yeah, that's the whole point. What if you were? You weren't. You were like a disingenuous fan yelling.
Yeah.
And it's in a way, I think, pretty easy to perceive it if you're like a Tommy Innit fan in a lineup and then someone's like fake yelling. And it's pretty easy to tell when someone's like, yeah, Tommy. And then
Yeah.
they don't actually care, that it devalues the thing you are caring about. And it just makes them feel bad. I don't think they have to fucking go out of their way to like try to kick him out. But yeah, he probably made everyone feel like a bit worse in the line.
100%. I agree with you on that. Absolutely.
And I don't think he cares about that. I don't think he's ever considered that in his life. And I think that's the life of a guy who goes around and films YouTube videos in public is you can't care about that.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're
Gideon was permabanned so quick, but white people doing the same get a slap on the wrist? No. You're wrong. Any content creator, black or white, of Gideon's size goes after Pokemon in the same way that they do, okay, with like 10K, 15K fucking live viewers on Twitch. It's one of their first ever Twitch streams. They're getting banned immediately. You're wrong. The problem is, are they going to get unbanned? And I think that I can't say with a certainty, but looking at like past transgressions of white content creators versus black content creators doing similar shit, I do think that Gideon is viewed as someone who has far greater negative impact on a population of people than white pranksters are, because white pranksters are not seen as like the only singular representation when they're under a microscope. They're not seen as the only singular representation of all white people in the same way that all black people are. And that's the point. You get it? And this goes far beyond, like, this kind of attitude goes infinitely beyond. This goes far beyond the Twitch interaction with Gideon, okay? The insulated incident. It's just how black people fucking operate in corporate structures. It's how normie black people operate around white people. There's a concept called code switching for this reason. Okay? Black people in every facet of their existence, if they are in largely white spaces, which is society in general, outside of like black only spaces or largely black spaces, okay? Most of society is white centered, okay? I'm talking about America, right? Black people behave a certain way usually, specifically so they are not falling into pre-established stereotypes. Okay? Racist stereotypes. Another reason why they do it is because they do not want to look like the, God forbid they do something that is seen with an additional microscope, an additional ounce of scrutiny that would then also cast a that then also basically fucking says, all black people are like this because every black person doing something is seen as a representation of the entire black community. That is the same for every marginalized community, by the way. It's the same for trans people as well. A perfect example of this movie, sorry for bothering you, it's a great movie, and would be right up your alley. Yes, Boots Riley is a fucking communist. I love him. Sorry to bother you, was a great movie. For the record. Do not drink, do drugs, or own a gun strictly so that if I end up in any legal trouble, every single person I know knows that whatever they try to say I was doing related to those things would be impossible. I was literally told by someone in North Dakota that I made them think of black people differently. Yeah. I mean, that's why the concept of, oh, he's one of the good ones exists, right? Which is an inherently racist concept. Like, that's why white people will literally fucking qualify, racist white people will literally qualify that, like, oh man, I talked about this with Super Mega actually. Fuck, I hope when that podcast comes, you'll see it when the podcast comes up. But we literally talked about this, like, because I asked them like what the most racist shit that what the most racist shit they encountered in South Carolina was. That's that was one of the things that they were telling me is that like white people will oftentimes like literally qualify if they're talking about a black person. They'll be like, he's one of the good ones. Isn't like, the rest of them aren't good, but he's not like the rest of them. He's one of the good ones. Like that's how they qualify. That's how they qualify. Anyway. Okay. Were you on Chapo or vice versa? I can't find the Chapo app. No, I was not on Chapo. Chapo was on my podcast. When the Will Smith Chris Rock thing happened, I had to explain to my white friends that black people are often made to be the spokesman of the entire black race. They were too thick to understand. Yeah. I think the Will Smith Chris Rock example is a perfect one about like the draconian attitude that a largely white population has towards black bodies policing black people, even if it's like minor altercations, and like how greatly, I mean, I talked about this extensively when that shit happened. But what do I know? I'm fucking racist, right? I mean, according to Black Twitter, at least. Anyway, let's move on from this. Let's hear what Asman had to say about it.
Down and
when was the last time Twitch gave Kai?
Have you noticed that every time you have comments about black content creators, it always turns into you defending GD under speed from a leftist chat? We can never talk about the great things that Kai, Duke, and the AMP guys are doing, or Your Rage Gaming, or I'm Dante. It always turns into GD and he becomes a representation of all the black streamers. I mean, the reason why is because he's the tip of the iceberg. That's it. That's the reason.
Kai, a shout out.
Also,
Or
he
Your
can be a
Rage Gaming.
representation of black content creators. What do you mean? Like, I mean, it's just like he is a black content creator. He has his own space. He's controversial.
Or Bruce, drop him off. Kai has been grinding every fucking day. I've been watching Kai since he had like 8K viewers. Not a single shout out. And if his content is unacceptable on Twitch and Twitch doesn't want to support it, then why is he on the platform? What is this? Also, on top of that, a big thing with Kai is he brings an audience of people who are completely fucking unique. There's not a lot of people that go and they watch a Zach Rar stream than they watch a Kai stream. I think there's some. There's probably going to be more. I mean, yeah, I'll talk about it. I think he's a good content creator, right? Absolutely. But I obviously, like, there's a lot of people that this is a relatively new audience. It's fucked up.
talk to other creators on their.
I can't say that there's nothing about it that's not about it being black. I don't know. However, maybe if I watch Corey's video, my mind will be changed. However, again, isn't it odd? No shout outs for Kai. No shout outs for Your Rage. No shout outs for Bruce. Maybe it's because they all stream at night and all the Twitch staff is asleep, and so they're always asleep and they never get to see the streams. That must be it, guys. That's what it is. I guess so. Do you get shoutouts? I've been featured more than all three of them combined. Yes. I don't get a lot of shoutouts. I don't have a great relationship with Twitch, but I get featured more than all three of them combined. And so I don't know, man. I feel like he's riding coattails here. Maybe you can say maybe it's racism. It's impossible to know. I think that he's just sharing his opinion. And again, like, and this is like it's easy to see things from your perspective, and sometimes it's harder to see something from somebody else's.
Chad is defending Twitch in the chat now. Anyway, to be the most charitable to Twitch, after watching Ludwig be uncharitable to Twitch, ex-boyfriend vibes. Maybe Twitch will take notice of this, and maybe Twitch will take notice of this and do a better job of like hyping up their massively growing base of black content creators, and also not only that, but also their growing base of black content watchers. Okay? You know damn well they won't. No, they might.
Don't tell anybody.
Wait, you're just not gonna comment on what Asman said? I don't know if I should watch this. I've never watched. I don't know what this is. This is gonna be TOS, I think, so I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch a Markiplier video.